I'm surrounded by noise and constant motion. A crowd that swirls outside my sealed-off core. They mistake my silence for contentment. Not seeing the vacancy I simply can't ignore. I participate in the easy conversation, wearing the mask of a spirit entirely whole. But the truth is a profound, isolating silence, a cold vacuum inside my desolate soul. The real distance isn't measured in miles. It's the terrifying chasm left by your gentle gaze. And in this bustling world of endless connections, I find myself lost in a sorrowful maze. The absence of your specific energy is the definition of the lack I find so hard to bear. It's not just solitude, it's the acute realization that the one spirit meant for mine is no longer here. I can be near 100 friendly faces, but the isolation screams at me just the same. Because the entire world becomes irrelevant without the music of your beautiful name. And that is the core, essential, heavy truth. I am undeniably lonely tonight. Lonely for the effortless comfort you gave me, the unique way you became my guiding light. Lonely not for company, but for your specific spirit, the only one who truly understood my plea. This deep consuming vacuum confirms the lesson. You were the entire definition of we. I could walk through the fire and conquer the shadows, but I cannot defeat this profound aching need. I am hopelessly, completely, devastatingly lonely with every single planet seed. I tried to recreate the feeling with others, chasing the echo of the affection we knew. I sought temporary refuge in distraction, hoping to find a substitute that was true. But the comparisons were cruel and immediate, reinforcing the singular place that you hold. No other touch can quiet the fear in my spirit. No other story can possibly be told. This quiet space where my deepest self resides is reserved for the spirit that was meant for my home. And until you return, or until I finally conquer, I am destined to sit here alone. The absence of your specific energy is the definition of the lack I find so hard to bear. It's not just solitude, it's the acute realization that the one spirit meant for mine is no longer here. I can be near 100 friendly faces, but the isolation screams at me just the same. Because the entire world becomes irrelevant without the music of your beautiful name. And that is the core, essential, heavy truth. I am undeniably lonely tonight. Lonely for the effortless comfort you gave me, the unique way you became my guiding light. Lonely not for company, but for your specific spirit, the only one who truly understood my plea. This deep consuming vacuum confirms the lesson. You were the entire definition of we. I could walk through the fire and conquer the shadows, but I cannot defeat this profound aching need. I am hopelessly, completely, devastatingly lonely with every single planet seed. I accept the fact that I must learn to be whole, even with this vacant, profound, and heavy space. But the learning is slow and the night is long, and I yearn for the warmth of your final embrace. This, the ultimate cost of true affection, the sorrow of standing here entirely on my own. canvas where every direction seems to clash. The path that once felt so clear and inevitable now shifts with the slightest emotional crash. You speak with a quiet, terrifying certainty, convinced that the answers are finally in sight. But every time I try to affirm that conviction, a cloud of profound doubt obscures my inner light. I don't question the depth of the initial affection or the strength of the bond that we once swore was true. But the weight of the effort, the constant complexity, leaves me questioning what we are meant to do. The pressure to define this whole connection, to give it a label and a permanent decree, is fighting against the honest internal whisper, the profound sense of vulnerability in me. I fear the finality of the promise, the possibility to failure that constantly looms. And until I conquer this crippling reservation, my spirit remains trapped in silent rooms. I stand here suspended in a terrifying middle, utterly unsure of where we should turn, unsure if the comfort we offer each other is the ultimate lesson we both need to learn, unsure if the cost of the effort and the anguish will finally equate to a sustainable peace. I need a moment to settle the chaos within me, to find the strength to finally release. I can't offer the certainty you desperately crave. I can only offer the honesty of my internal plea. I am honest, I am present, I am deeply devoted, but devastatingly unsure of I analyze the memories of our happiest moments, seeking a sign that the joy will finally remain. I search for the flaw in the foundation, the cause of this pervasive, exhausting strain. Is this doubt a necessary, vital warning, a self-protective instinct I should finally obey? Or is it the shadow of past failures trying to steal the potential of this beautiful day? I wish the answer was simple and absolute, a clear path laid out beneath the friendly sun. But the truth of the heart is messy and complex, and I fear the next move when this period is finally done. The pressure to define this whole connection, to give it a label and a permanent decree, is fighting against the honest internal whisper, the profound sense of vulnerability in me. I fear the finality of the promise, the possibility of failure that constantly looms. And until I conquer this crippling reservation, my spirit remains trapped in solid It's the ultimate lesson we both need to learn, and sure if the cost of the effort and the ends will find the sun to a sustainable peace. I need a lesson to find the strength to finally release. I can't offer the certainty you desperately crave. I can only offer the honesty of my internal plea. I am honest, I am present, I am deeply devoted, but devastatingly unsure. Please give me the space for this confusion, the right to not know the ultimate path, because forcing the answer now would only lead to a greater, inevitable, sorrowful wrath. I need time to reconcile the feeling with the reason, to find the true conviction I core. Drake, a slow, what's next? I remember the suffocating pressure, the confines of the life we tried to tightly control. We built walls around our affection, fearing the vulnerability that exposed our true soul. We worried about the small details, the daily errors, losing sight of the grand central truth. Our vision was narrowed, focused on the immediate, forgetting the boundless promise of our youth. But when you finally chose to walk away, the immediate devastation stripped everything bare. And I realized that the freedom you sought was waiting in the great empty silent air. The distance forced a new perspective, showing me the trivial nature of all the things we used to hold dear. The sorrow was intense, but beneath it grew a clarity, banishing the consuming foolish fear. I learned that true affection doesn't try to possess or contain. It simply gives space to grow innocent. It respects the wild, unburdened nature of the spirit, trust in the journey right until the end. And now I see the future stretching before us, as infinite and free as the big sky, where our individual paths can unfold, allowing our spirits to finally fly high. Big sky, where there's room for the past and the healing, and the commitment to finally be completely true. This love is not a cage, it is a profound permission to be absolutely, entirely, beautifully you. I embrace the vastness and the terrifying freedom, no longer defined by the small and the constrained. Our affection is like the limitless expanse, wild, unending, and eternally maintained. There is a unique bravery in letting go completely, giving up the need to constantly try and control. It's the ultimate act of devoted affection, prioritizing the wholeness of the partner's soul. The space we now share is not empty or cold, it is filled with the trust that is deeper and more profound. We are two separate entities, orbiting gently, connected by a powerful, unbreakable sound. When we finally come together, it will be by choice, not by obligation or by fearful decree. It'll be the spontaneous return of two sovereign spirits under the great, beautiful, open sky. The distance forced a new perspective, showing me the trivial nature of all the things we used to hold dear. The sorrow was intense, but beneath it grew a clarity, banishing the consuming foolish fear. I learned that true affection doesn't try to possess or contain. It simply gives space to grow and ascend. It respects the wild, unburdened nature of the spirit, trust in the journey right until the end. And now I see the future stretching before us, as infinite and free as the big sky, where our individual paths can unfold, allowing our spirits to finally fly high. Big sky, where there's room for the past and the healing, and the commitment to finally be completely true. This love is not a cage, it is a profound permission to be absolutely, entirely, beautifully you. I embrace the vastness and the terrifying freedom, no longer defined by the small and the constrained. Our affection is like the limitless expanse, wild, unending, and eternally maintained. We finally understand. but Lord was given space, the courage to stand back and simply observe. The freedom we grant is the ultimate bond, the devotion that we finally serve. We are free to be, and yet we choose to remain beneath this clear and limitless view. Under the big sky together. Simplifies when the sun finally fades, shedding the pretense of the busy, sharp light. I manage the demands and the forced smiles all day, keeping the truth of my sorrow locked out of sight. Focus on tasks, on movement, on noise, believing that distraction can't keep my spirit whole. But the moment the clock hand crosses the threshold, I lose all control over my vulnerable soul. The shadows on the wall become clear reminders, silent echoes of the life we used to claim. And the quiet is a cruel constant mirror, reflecting the heavy burden of your cherished name. I can't see the tales during the daylight, I can function beneath the pressures of the sun. But the spirit relaxes its guard in the evening, knowing that the painful battle has just begun. The truths are buried beneath the surface of action. I'll rise up to demand a final clear plea, because the rawest, most exposed part of my sorrow is the feeling that waits patiently for me. And that is the time I truly belong to, the absence, the hour when my spirit breaks down at night. The commitment to moving on falters, and I cling to the faintest receding light at night. I allow the tears to find me, fall freely, accepting the sorrow I held deep inside. The defense mechanisms finally collapse entirely, nowhere for the truth to possibly hide. I am honest only in the profound darkness, surrendering to the memory I can't displace. My sorrow is the keeper of the evening hours, fully consuming my desolate space. I search for a dream that will bring a spirit nearer, a brief, painless illusion to carry me through. I welcome the sleep as a temporary reprieve, a chance to be effortlessly, safely with you. But even the dreams are often cruel teachers, reminding me of the warmth I can no longer grasp. And I awake with the cold shock of the reality, trapped in the sorrowful final clasp. The hardest part isn't the daily endurance, it's the lack of refuge when the day is done. Because every single hour of the late evening belongs to the spirit that finally function beneath Because the rawest, most exposed part of my sorrow is the feeling waits patiently for me. Ooh. And that is the time I truly belong to the absence, the hour when my spirit breaks down. At night, the commitment to moving on falters, and I cling to the faintest receding light. At night, I allow the tears to finally fall freely, accepting the sorrow I held deep inside. The defense mechanisms finally collapse entirely. Nowhere for the truth to possibly hide. I am honest only in the profound darkness, surrendering to the memory I can't displace. My sorrow is the keeper of the evening, now it's fully consuming my desolate space. At night, I choose to let down the barriers in the darkness, accepting the pain as my necessary penance and guide. Because only in facing this deep, exposed sorrow can my true healing finally reside. I wait for the dawn to bring the mask back up, but until then, I belong to the gloom. At night, only then. I spend so much time trying to mirror your desires, shaping my spirit to fit your specific design. I believe that blending my truth with your vision was the only way to make the connection finally align. I sacrificed my convictions for harmony, letting my own clear voice slowly fade away. The greatest failure wasn't the eventual separation, it was the loss of who I was meant to be. Every day I looked in the mirror after you left space and saw a reflection I barely recognized or knew. A fragmented entity built on accommodation, stripped of everything genuinely true. The silence of the solitude is a harsh, honest teacher, forcing me to confront the profound neglect. I have to piece together the scattered fragments, earning back the spirit's deep respect. I'm starting a difficult, essential journey, digging through the wreckage to finally find the core. The commitment I need now is not external, it's the love I failed to give myself before. Now I dedicate my spirit to the task of recovering myself from the shadows of the past. Myself, the sovereign whole entity I let diminish, the original form that was meant to finally last. Myself that requires protection and devotion, a love I can absolutely control and sustain. This new beginning is built on a simple promise, I will never neglect my own core again. I am learning the value of my own unique needs, the power of my own clear independent plea. The most important relationship I need to mend is the one that belongs right here inside of me. I'm learning to honor the subtle intuitions, the quiet warnings I constantly used to deny. I'm setting boundaries with a newfound firmness, watching the self-doubt finally pass me by. I realize that true affection is not codependence, it's the union of two complete whole beings and free. I can only truly offer my presence to another when I fully know and accept the entirety of me. The journey is long and the labor is constant, dismantling the habits I allowed to take root. But every step taken in the direction of wholeness yields a sweet world is always demanding a reaction, insisting on a voice, a strong, clear sound. They want the drama, the definitive statement, the proof that the sorrow is finally unbound. But I have chosen the path of the deep internal, retreating from the noise and the blinding light. I am listening closely to the subtle frequencies that only merge in the soft fading night. I'm not trying to run from the pain or the memory. I'm simply giving the moment a space to reside, because the truth of the healing, the necessary wisdom, is something that chaos attempts to hide. I let the silence settle over my entire core, ignoring the urge to constantly fill the air. I find the power in the deliberate stillness, the gentle realization that peace is truly there. The answers I desperately search for in conflict were never gonna surface or finally arrive. Only in the absence of all external sound can the spirit truly finally revive. And in this profound, deliberate stillness, I finally find the necessary quiet. Quiet is the space where the healing can flourish, conquering the internal constant riot. Quiet is the sound of acceptance and patience, the beautiful calm that refuses to be rushed. I am learning the worth of the simple, true moment, the external clamor completely hushed. I don't need to scream the extent of my sorrow, I just need the stillness to finally receive the light. The greatest strength I possess is found in this peace, enduring the profound, gentle quiet of the night. Questions, hoping that I would provide the final clear reply. You wanted closure defined by words and certainty, and need explanation beneath the cold sky. But true understanding is found in the stillness, the simple acceptance of what cannot be known. I am honoring the complexity of the ending, allowing the sorrow to naturally be shown. I refuse to sensationalize the process, or let the anguish define my entire design. I am simply allowing the experience to settle, letting the inner spirit finally align. I let the silence settle over my entire core, ignoring the urge to constantly fill the air. I find the power in the deliberate stillness, the gentle realization that peace is truly there. The answers I desperately search for in conflict were never gonna surface or finally arrive. Only in the absence of all external sound can the spirit truly finally revive. And in this profound, deliberate stillness, I finally find the necessary quiet. Quiet is the space where the healing can flourish, conquering internal constant riot. Quiet is the sound of acceptance and patience, the beautiful calm that refuses to be rushed. I am learning the worth of the simple, true moment, the external clamor completely hushed. I don't need to scream the extent of my sorrow, I just need the stillness to finally receive the light. The greatest strength I possess is found in this peace, enduring the profound, gentle quiet of the night. I welcome the peace, the soft, patient emptiness, the absence of the needing and the fear. The healing will arrive when it's it's absolutely ready. And until then, I simply keep it here. I reside in the calm of the simple, undeadened pass. Just quiet, just quiet. The miles are just numbers on a map, a measurement I look at every single day. They quantify the physical separation, the tangible reason you simply can't stay. But the true distance is more than the geography. It's the unsettling silence that clings to my core. It's the knowledge that your spirit is engaged elsewhere, closing the familiar door. I try to imagine your new environment, the landscape that now holds your gentle gaze. And I wonder if the memory of the shared existence still follows you through the complex maze. I hold the conversations in my spirit, replaying the last hesitant words that were said. I fight the temptation to simply reach out, disturbing the delicate path you must tread. I know you went for a necessary reason, a journey for growth that you had to pursue. But this profound, persistent absence makes me question everything I thought I knew. Even though the distance is absolutely crippling, you feel impossibly far away tonight. Far away from the comfort we effortlessly shared, leaving me to stumble and conquer the fading light. Far away where my spirit cannot touch yours, trapped by the boundaries of time and the space. I send my entire devotion across the silence, hoping it finds you in that distant place. I cling to the hope that the separation is temporary, a necessary detour before the final return. But for now, the sheer scale of the world is too large, leaving me desperate and painfully far away. I walk through the spots that define our history, searching for the echo of your confident stride. I watch the setting of the sun each evening, wondering where your own spirit tries to hide. I tell myself that the true bond transcends the distance, that affection doesn't need physical sight, but the need for your presence is a raw, demanding reality, especially in the cold, unyielding night. I try to focus on my own journey and growth, accepting the solitude and the necessary pain. But every single victory feels incomplete without the chance to share it with you again. I hold the conversations in my spirit, replaying the last hesitant words that were said. I fight the temptation to simply reach out, disturbing the delicate path you must tread. I know you went for a necessary reason, a journey for growth that you had to pursue. But this profound, persistent absence makes me question everything I thought I knew. Even though the distance is absolutely crippling, you feel impossibly far away tonight. Far away from the comfort we effortlessly share, leaving me to stumble and conquer the fading light. Far away where my spirit cannot touch yours, trapped by the boundaries of time and the space. I send my entire devotion across the silence, hoping it finds you in that distant place. I cling to the hope that this separation is temporary, a necessary detour before the final return. But for now, the sheer scale of the world is too large, leaving me desperate and painfully far away. I look at the life we've years constructing, the future we design with absolute care. We tied our separate spirits together, promising love that was always meant to be there. I examine the moments just before the collapse, searching for the single vital mistake. The word I spoke, the action I took, the final unforgivable choice I had to make. They say that endings are always gradual, a slow inevitable fade of the light. But to me it felt like a sudden demolition, tearing down the foundation in the dead of the night. I cannot reconcile the depth of the commitment with the sudden undeniable painful truth of the flight. The logic refuses to connect the two concepts, leaving me reeling and lost in the absolute night. I replay the last conversations in my spirit, looking for the crucial unread plea. The final devastating question is the only sound that constantly echoes inside of me. With all the affection and the history we finally shared, tell me, how did we allow this profound collapse? How did the connection that felt so eternal break entirely, leaving only deep, desolate gaps? How could you stand there and speak of finality, erasing the years with a single cold decree? I need to understand the mechanism of the failure, the secret that completely evaded me. I'm not asking for a chance to start over, I'm just begging for the wisdom to finally see. Tell me, how did a love so beautifully powerful end the way it did with you and with me? I see the ease with which you seem to move forward, the strength you possess to simply let go and be free. And I feel like I'm sinking in heavy desperation, the loss being the sole entity inside of me. I thought our bond was a rare, powerful element, unique and resilient, designed to endure. I never prepared for the simple possibility that this affection was not entirely pure. The failure isn't just the separation itself, it's the destruction of the belief I had in the truth. It's the agonizing loss of the beautiful, confident future I saw only with you. I cannot reconcile the depth of the commitment with the sudden undeniable painful truth of the flight. The logic refuses to connect the two concepts, leaving me reeling and lost in the absolute night. I replay the last conversations in my spirit, looking for the crucial unread plea. The final devastating question is the only sound that constantly echoes inside of me. The foreign affection and the history we finally shared. Tell me, how did we allow this profound collapse? How did the connection that felt so eternal break entirely, leaving only deep, desolate gaps? How could you stand there and speak of finality, erasing the years with a single cold decree? I need to understand the mechanism of the failure, the secret that completely evaded me. I'm not asking for a chance to start over, I'm just begging for the wisdom to finally see. Tell me, how did a love so beautifully powerful end the way it did with you and with me? The why is academic, the when is already history, but the how is the core that I can't leave alone. The sheer unbelievable ease of the destruction, the seed of the failure that was secretly sown. I need to understand the structural flaw in the foundation. How? Just tell me how. How? Just tell me how. You spoke of commitment with such powerful clarity, painting a future of absolute perfect ease. You used the grand, comforting, essential words, bringing my vulnerable spirit to its knees. You promised loyalty, devotion, and permanence, swearing the affection was utterly true. And I, caught in the magic of the beautiful narrative, poured my entire spirit into you. But then the inevitable fracture arrived, revealing the gaps in the beautiful, flawless display. And the words you spoke felt suddenly empty, fading like whispers at the close of the day. I look at the sorrow, the wreckage, the emptiness, the price I paid for the faith I chose to believe. I try to find the evidence of your claimed devotion, the commitment you promised you would never leave. The final result is this devastating consequence, this profound feeling of ultimate cold deceit. And a voice in my core whispers a final sharp challenge, a truth that I cannot possibly defeat. After the pain, the lies, and the sudden abandonment, tell me, what love did you think you truly showed? Love was this careless, destructive behavior, the final agonizing seed that you sowed. Love breaks a devoted spirit with such casual malice, without a single moment of final regret. I question the essence of the entire connection, a painful lesson I can never forget. You use the tool like a convenient weapon, concealing the selfishness beneath the soft guise. I now see the truth of the devastating illusion, screaming, what love in your deceitful eyes. I review the history for a single moment of genuine, unconditional, honest care. A time when your actions match your profession, when your commitment was truly there. But the pattern reveals the constant conditionality, the need to take more than you ever could give. You confuse possession with pure deep affection, forgetting the reasons why a true love should live. Vibrate, its loss isn't the future we forfeit, it's the destruction of my fundamental belief in the true you. Poison the very definition of devotion, leaving me utterly skeptical of everything new. I look at the sorrow, the wreckage, the emptiness, the price I paid for the faith I chose to believe. I try to find the evidence of your claimed devotion, the commitment you promised you would never leave. The final result is this devastating consequence, this profound feeling of ultimate cold deceit. And the voice in my core whispers a final sharp challenge, a truth that I cannot possibly defeat. You truly showed love was this careless, destructive behavior, the final agonizing seed that you sowed. What love breaks a devoted spirit with such casual malice, without a single moment of final regret. I question the essence of the entire connection, the painful lesson I can never forget. Use the time like a convenient weapon, concealing the selfishness beneath the soft guise. I now see the truth of the devastating illusion, screaming, what love in your deceitful eyes. I don't need the comfort of your empty words now. I just need to process the profound, heavy lie. The healing will start with the clear realization that the affection you offered was simply meant to die. I reclaim the word and its true, powerful meaning, free from your cynical, destructive command. By no region. I manage the daylight with a force sense of lightness, moving through the tasks a new life demands. I laugh at the jokes, I engage in the moments, working to keep my spirit out of quicksand. But every single victory feels incomplete. Every new pleasure is subtly stained and unclear. Because in every space I now occupy alone, I sense the persistent echo of you being near. You are not physically present in the room now. Yeah, your influence defines the way that I breathe. I cannot shake the profound, heavy awareness of the future that I was forced to finally leave. I try to build new habits and strong memories, believing that newness can conquer the old. But your spirit is woven into the very structure of my core, a story that refuses to be simply sold. I know the affection is over, the commitment is broken, the final chapter is brutally complete. But the presence you left behind is undeniable, inescapable, silent defeat. Is the truth of my continuing sorrow. I am constantly haunted by your shadow. Your shadow is the outline of the life we forfeited, the silent observer that knows where I go. Your shadow stands in the corner of my spirit, a constant reminder of the warmth I can't touch. The absence is louder than any physical presence, proving I still miss you far too much. I am stuck in the space between the final letting go and the power to truly move on and be free. I am living my entire lonely existence alongside the indelible shadow of you and me. I choose clothing that you would never select, visit the places you refuse to attend. I am constantly trying to redefine my existence, believing that separation will finally mend. But then a scent, a song, a subtle inflection of light brings the full weight of the memory rushing through, and I realize that every attempt to escape you only reinforces the depth of what I finally knew. You taught me the highest pitch of pure affection, a standard no other spirit can possibly reach, and that beautiful, devastating knowledge prevents the new lessons that others attempt to preach. I try to build new habits and strong memories, believing that newness can conquer the old. But your spirit is woven into the very structure of my core, a the shadow is simply a part of the memory, a silent companion that will stay by my side. I will learn to live with this lingering presence, nowhere for the truth of the love to finally hide. This is the tax I pay for the beauty we share. Just your shadow, always here. Just your shadow, always here. I've offered you every piece of evidence, laid bare the vulnerability I hold in my core. I've opened the windows to my darkest corners, revealing the affection I've saved for you and more. I've adjusted my world, changed my direction, committed to growth you constantly claim to need. I've planted the seeds of every single promise, watching them blossom and finally take heed. But still, I sense the hesitation in your spirit, the withdrawal right at the edge of the final embrace. You look right through the effort and the commitment, refusing to settle or remain in this space. I can't continue to fight against your own blindness, the self-imposed doubt that constantly tries to destroy. The devotion I offer is powerful and unwavering, a beautiful, resilient source of enduring joy. I'm not asking for a fragile fantasy, I'm showing you the real, tangible truth of the bonding. The ultimate failure lies in your refusal to look closely or finally respond. I'm standing right here, completely surrendered and open. Tell me, see it, the affection I offer is true. See it, the profound, absolute commitment, the future I desperately wanna share only with you. See it, the quiet strength of the foundation, the resilience we build with every single strain. Stop searching for flaws and accept the perfection before this beautiful chance turns to final pain. I've done everything I possibly could do, now the action must come from your own clear plea. I'm begging you now, open your spirit completely and finally see it, the truth of me. You're constantly waiting for the dramatic arrival, the lightning strike that proves the feeling is real. But true affection is built in the patient moments, the subtle, quiet way the two spirits heal. It's in the shared glance, the hand on the shoulder, the effortless understanding that doesn't need words. It's the steady, unwavering certainty of my presence, transcending all external, noisy hurts. Your vision is clouded by the wounds of your history, fearing the depth of the affection you're afraid to attain. But you're missing the choice is yours to finally accept this profound affection, or walk away and search for something more. I'm giving you the final, simple ultimatum now. Just see it, please. You move through the final, devastating moments with a chilling and absolute ease. Your voice held no tremor of sorrow or regret, no hint of the painful emotions that finally appease. You spoke of logistics and future arrangements, discussing our life as a forgotten design. And I searched your eyes for a flicker of genuine anguish, a confirmation that you were actually mine. But there was only a terrifying blankness, a distance that felt alien and profoundly cold. You walked away from the history we cherished, a story that felt painfully untold. I am left here to carry the entirety of the sorrow, the crushing weight of the memories we both finally shared. You simply shared the responsibility of the anguish, acting like you never genuinely cared. The depth of the final agonizing wound you inflicted demands a corresponding sense of the pain. But you seem utterly immune to the destruction, impervious to the final sorrowful rain. After everything we endured together, tell me, what heart could survive this profound collapse? What heart could walk away from a love so essential without a single necessary gasp? What heart could inflict such a careless devastation and feel nothing but absolute cold resolve? I question the very essence of your compassion, the ability to genuinely feel and evolve. You took the warmth and the light of our promise, leaving me standing here in the cold, empty space. I look at the cruelty of your final action and scream, what heart could possess such a terrifying blank face? I assumed that the intensity of the ending would hurt us both equally, unnecessary shared cost. I believed that the affection we nurtured demanded respect, even for the beautiful thing that was lost. But your capacity to compartmentalize the affection, to simply file it away and declare it deceased, suggests that the feeling I thought was genuine love was merely a temporary, shallow feast. I mourn not just the loss of the partner, but the illusion of the spirit I thought I entirely knew. The absence of your pain confirms the final lesson. My commitment was profound, but yours was untrue. I am left here to carry the entirety of the sorrow, the crushing weight of the memories we both finally shared. You simply shared the responsibility of the anguish, acting like you never genuinely cared. The depth of the final agonizing wound you inflicted demands a corresponding sense of the pain. You seem utterly immune to the destruction, impervious to the final sorrowful rain. After everything we endured together, tell me, what heart could survive this profound collapse? What heart could walk away from a love so essential without a single necessary gasp? What heart could inflict such a careless devastation and feel nothing but absolute cold resolve? I question the very essence of your compassion, the ability to genuinely feel and evolve. You took the warmth and the light of our promise, leaving me standing here in the cold, empty space. I look at the cruelty of your final action and scream, what heart could possess such a terrifying blank face? I finally see that the pain I now feel is proof of the affection I genuinely held in my core. And the lack of pain in your spirit is the clear answer to the devastating question I finally explore. The capacity for true devotion resides only in me. No. I find myself pausing in the middle of a mundane day, catching a faint echo of your easy laughter and sound. The sudden pang of sorrow hits with unexpected force, and in my equilibrium tumbling to the ground, I automatically assume the feeling is for you. The vibrant spirit I once held so closely and near, I blame this solitude, the empty chair, the silence confirming the loss that constantly fuels my fear. But when I sit with the memory for a quiet moment, letting the surface nostalgia finally subside, I realize the image I'm on is a carefully curated version, a beautiful spirit you chose to hide. Try to remember the complexity of the true connection, the constant arguments, the friction and the strain. The real you is difficult, flawed and often distant, causing a profound, unavoidable pain. The truth is I am mourning the potential and the projection, the ideal companion I desperately hope to find. The fantasy was comforting and perfectly crafted, leaving the painful reality far behind. The question hits with the blinding, absolute clarity. Tell me, am I truly missing who you are? Missing who you became in the final cold moments, the spirit that left a permanent painful scar. Missing who I imagined you to be in the beginning, the perfect reflection I built inside my mind. I am finally realizing the object of my sorrow is an illusion that I alone chose to finally find. I'm on the loss of a safe, beautiful dream, the potential that never successfully came through. The hardest part of the healing is admitting the truth. I'm not missing who you are, but the idea of you. Committed to the concept of the affection, refusing to believe the beautiful story would end. I invested in the image of your perfection, overlooking the flaws that were clearly on display. And now the spirit I pine for is a fabrication, a phantom that vanishes with the light of the day. The freedom from the sorrow bias, confronting the memory, separating the truth from the idealized lie. Because holding on to the illusion only prevents the healing and keeps my true self constantly under the sky. I try to remember the complexity of the true connection, the constant arguments, the friction and the strain. The real you is difficult, flawed and often distant, causing a profound, unavoidable pain. The truth is I am mourning the potential and the projection, the ideal companion I desperately hope to find. The fantasy was comforting and perfectly crafted, leaving the painful reality far behind. The question hits with the blinding, potential that never successfully came through. The hardest part of the healing is admitting the truth. I am not missing who you are, but the idea of you. I let go of the need for the perfect illusion, accepting the messy, difficult, liberating truth. I mourn the time I wasted on the projection, instead of nurturing the essence of my own youth. The healing begins with a single honest statement. Missing who I thought you were. I hear the rumors carried on the wind now, whispers that travel through the shared and quiet space. They speak of a new entity in your orbit, someone who has now taken my former place. My first instinct is to dismiss the narrative, to label the gossip as nothing but cruel noise, because the pain of accepting the swift replacement will shatter the few remnants of my quiet joys. I tell myself that the affection we shared was too profound to be so easily set aside and simply ignored. But a cold, terrifying doubt has begun to surface, a fear that my spirit cannot keep safely stored. I need the certainty to either finally confirm or definitively conquer this consuming fear. I need to know if the silence you've given me was for healing or for someone to hold so closely and near. I cannot process the simple swiftness of the transition, the possibility that our history means so little to you. The ultimate peace or destruction of my core depends on the answer being finally brutally true. The question is a constant, agonizing whisper. Tell me, is it true, the rumors that you moved on? Is it true that the time we shared means nothing, a fleeting shadow at the earliest dawn? Is it true that your spirit has found a new comfort, replacing the devotion you swore to protect? I'm begging you now in this cruel, paralyzing suspense, allowing my broken core to finally reflect. I need the clear, simple, devastating confirmation, no longer able to simply endure the internal plea. Just tell me the truth, no matter how much it hurts me. Is it true about you and this new entity? Analyze the speed of your supposed recovery, the ease with which you seem to have found repose. It suggests that the struggle and the sorrow I faced were a unilateral burden, a final blow. If you found solace so quickly in another's gaze, it means the commitment I thought was profound was simply a lie, and that betrayal of the shared history and affection is the hardest truth for my spirit to finally try. I'm not jealous of the new relationship itself, I'm destroyed by the realization of the profound, simple truth that your affection for me lacked the depth I believe, wasting the essential promise of my fleeting shadow at the earliest dawn. Is it true that your spirit has found a new comfort, replacing the devotion you swore to protect? I'm begging you now in this cruel, paralyzing suspense, allowing my broken core to finally reflect. I need the clear, simple, devastating confirmation. No longer able to simply endure the internal plea. Just tell me the truth, no matter how much it hurts me. Is it true about you and this new entity? I know the truth will bring the ultimate sorrow, but the not knowing is a continuous, agonizing curse. The confirmation of the betrayal is a simple mercy, preventing the pain from growing any worse. I only need your honesty to finally set my poor frantic spirit free. Is it true? I need to know. The world moves forward with an unforgiving pace, leaving me standing still in the ruins of the past. I see the future stretching out before me, a terrifying blankness that was never meant to last. I force myself to focus on the present, the necessary tasks that demand my full attention and core. My spirit refuses to truly engage, always pulling back to the comfort I knew before. The sun rises and sets on new beginnings for others, but for me the calendar is irrevocably stuck. Every single step I take in this new lonely reality is overshadowed by the history that finally struck. I know that dwelling on the things that are broken is a pointless exercise, a debilitating, painful quest. I understand that I must accept the finality and put this devotion completely to the test. But the memories are so vivid, the feeling so immediate, the bond feels impossible to finally dismiss. And the ultimate comfort, the only truth I crave, is the sweet, effortless grace of a beautiful kiss. I would give up the possibility of the future, all the potential and the light I'm supposed to see, just to go back to the single, simple truth of yesterday, the effortless comfort of you and me. Yesterday, when the promises were still intact and the affection was absolute, certain and true. Yesterday, when the notion of the separation was an unthinkable sorrow we never thought we'd pursue. I can face the pain of the loss, but not the coldness of the future I have to face alone. My entire being pleads for the reversal of time, just to live in the beautiful truth of yesterday. The reasons why the beautiful thing had to finally fade. I searched for the bitterness, the necessary anger, the emotions that would help me feel less afraid. But even the painful memories are colored with longing, seen through the haze of my desperate profound need. They only serve to reinforce the depth of the feeling, the precious power connection we let simply bleed. I walk around as a ghost in my own existence, constantly comparing the now to the vibrant before. And the present moment always loses forever yearning for something that is no more. I know that dwelling on the things that are broken is a pointless exercise, a debilitating, painful quest. I understand that I must accept the finality and put this devotion completely to the test. But the memories are so vivid, the feeling so immediate, the bond feels impossible to finally dismiss. And the ultimate comfort, the only truth I crave, is the sweet, effortless grace of a beautiful kiss. Truth of yesterday, the effortless comfort of you and me. Yesterday, when the promises were still intact and the affection was absolute, certain and true. Yesterday, when the notion of the separation was an unthinkable sorrow we never thought we'd pursue. I can face the pain of the loss, but not the coldness of the future I have to face alone. My entire being pleads for the reversal of time, just to live in the beautiful truth of yesterday. I have no I know that tomorrow will force me to move onward, and the day after will do the painful same. But for this quiet, desperate moment, I will stay right here, clutching the beauty of your cherished name. The past is the only place where we can truly reside. Just today again. Again.